I wanted to ask Gavin about the merging of some potential third parties. We talked briefly at the beginning of the show earlier about how, it would be good to see multiple third parties grow and gain bases like the DSA, like the People's Party. There's that movement for a People's Party right now on the West Coast that's really taken home. DSA seems to be a lot more popular on the East Coast. Those two parties, could continue to grow and obviously like caucus together, get good work done. Yeah.
So I was thinking about this because I just saw a tweet where someone basically said this. They're like, if the Green Party, the People's Party, the Party for Socialism and Liberation, the Socialist Equality Party, the Socialist Party, all of these, the Peace and Freedom Party, there's all these third parties, and they all have, similar but slightly differing visions for, I guess, how a third leftist party should operate. But this user says that they should, if they don't merge, then they should prepare for the duopoly to keep holding on to power. And I think that's totally true. I think that if a third party, and obviously the two of us are, we advocate for third party politics on this show all the time, but I do think it's important, to be realistic about it and to think if this ever actually is going to be successful, if we're ever actually going to obtain power in any sort of way. I do agree that there's going to have to be a merger of sorts. Obviously, the Green Party is the fourth largest party in the country. So people have said, why are you building the People's Party since there's already the infrastructure for the Green Party? Well, I think this here, is the answer. They should all merge together. There should be a massive advisory board where everyone gets a say. But yeah, I don't think there really is going to be, if there's a Green Party and a People's Party option on the ballot in 2024, then obviously it's going to split the voting pool even more than it already is, and it's going to result in a failure to obtain power to even get to 5%. So I think if the People's Party, who of course me and you have expressed so much support for, I think if they are serious about this, they need to really sit down at the table with the Greens in particular, in addition to Gloria La Riva and the Party for Socialism and Liberation, who is on the ballot and usually
the DSA, to be honest,
and the DSA, and they need they can all remain their individual organizations, but I also think they need to, kind of join together, kind of like how, organizations like Justice Democrats and Brand New Congress, joined forces in their shared goal of, getting a brand new Congress, right? I think similarly, Green Party and People's Party need to merge in some sense, at least in the same sense that we saw, the Socialist Party and the Green Party merge.
I was just going to mention that Angela Walker and her role in the Green Party in this election was that kind of olive branch between the Socialist Party and the Green Party. I just think we need to see that extended in like a larger scale.
Yeah, 100%. In my mind, and again, I won't harp on this, but the reason I did think Jesse Ventura would have been so perfect for the Greens this most recent time around is because he also has that kind of like, small government libertarian thing to him that people,
that streak.
Yeah. So I think he even uniquely could have really, bridged
also the WrestleMania energy of Trump.
Exactly. So I just think so much of this is about finding the right candidates and then, really forming a coalition here, because again, it's never going to evolve beyond just like this little, kind of sub-culty leftist vibe if we don't seriously start thinking about how to expand, membership, influence, how we're going to reach more people. And I think the beginning of that is just, before we start with any of those conversations, uniting the left is essential before any of it starts. So I really hope that we do see something like that.
Yeah, and we talk about this all the time. The left has a real problem of eating itself, of cannibalizing itself, of taking itself out. I think this would be a real opportunity to show some strength and show some unity and an ability to collaborate with people. And I think if all these parties sort of caucus together as a way of getting behind a candidate, and even if competing in a large battleground of ideas through a robust primary or caucus system where voters are engaged in a choice and meaningful debate and discussion is had over competing visions for the American public, and then joining and accepting that decision in the same way that an institutional party like the Democrats or the Republicans would, but keeping that true popular democratic spirit. I think that's the only way forward if we are going to compete in the realm of electoral politics and not just rely solely on demonstration, civil disobedience, and direct ballot initiatives. So I think that's 100% spot on there.
Yeah, and also just one last word on this. Like I said, it is true that so much great work has been done from Green Party activists to build up the Green Party to what it is today. But as we've acknowledged before, the Green Party's not really getting anywhere. It's not really achieving the kind of electoral results that it would need to actually be a viable party. So what's the way for all that work to not be for naught? All that work can go directly into the People's Party. They can give their infrastructure. They can give all of their, ballot access goals. They can,
and the DSA and the PSL and all these other parties as well.
Yeah. And they can actually get some results that way, because I just use the Green Party because, again, there's so many people that I think feel like, they've been putting in the work for the Green Party, and they don't really like the fact that people are now, switching to this People's Party thing. But if the Green Party is not going to achieve electoral success, we just saw Howie get not even 1/3 of what Jill Stein achieved. So if they're at all serious about actually obtaining power and not just being kind of this fringe movement, then I think they should welcome this. And of course, that's also what I said about them welcoming Jesse Ventura, but we'll see. Maybe they are just controlled opposition. Who knows? But
No.
Just kidding. But I do think that, a huge merger of sorts would be so beneficial for third-party politics on the left, because, again, the left, regardless of splitting the vote between the Democrats and the Green Party, the left vote splits itself between all these other ridiculous third parties that all exist. And all, I don't think, we talked to the Joseph Kishore of the Socialist Equality Party. It's not like it's not like he actually thought he had a chance of winning. He acknowledged he was only on the ballot in a couple states, and that, it was more just about the statement or whatever. So if you are interested in achieving anything, maybe it would be in the best interest of all these organizations to get together and, use their combined powers to get on the ballot in every state for one, and then have a real serious push to try to get on the debate stage. Because I think that's part two of this. I think if, someone can get on the debate stage, then we see a big change in the dynamics. Obviously, without the debate stage, then I do think that all these third parties are basically doomed to, the same kind of results over and over again. But if we can get a really dynamic Nina Turner or Jesse Ventura or whatever on the debate stage, I think we'd see a change in dynamics for sure.